Hi, and welcome to Good News Friday. Mike Simon is here. I'm Joey Yarber. Welcome in, everybody. We appreciate you so much, your goals. We love hearing from you and just talking through as to what it is that you do, your processes. Many of them we've never even heard before. We learn as we understand a little bit more about your agency. Every agency is unique in their own way. And hearing as to how it is that you work day to day, keeping track of information on the clients that you're working with and serving. This really does. It's an important part of the implementation process. Hearing as to what you do is how that we're able to fit many times like a hand in glove. I'd say 9 out of 10 times, Mike, when we're talking with the customer, potential customer, just hearing what those goals are, and then step by step, process by process, just being able to incorporate that within what Charity Tracker and Oasis Insight can do. That's so important. One thing that we hear a lot of, and we don't talk about this, and this is one of the reasons I'd like to share with you a little bit about our capabilities, is about the capability of doing donor and volunteer tracking. Let's face it, many agencies right now are diving into donations, funding. How do they keep operations going? How are they able to provide merit with the work that's being done? Being able to take a report of the work that you're doing with merit and taking someone from a place of crisis to a place of self-sustainability. There's a lot of donors out there that want to fund that. That's one aspect of this. Run the report, furnish that information to a donor. And then, of course, being able to work with the donors. What kind of money, what kind of funding are we getting from a particular donor here? And being able to put that information into Charity Tracker. Can you do that? This is the question I'm getting, Mike. Yes, you can. And this is something we don't talk a whole lot about, like I said, but it is a very important process there in so many agencies as they're looking to keep track of the donations that's coming in, specifically with the donors that are providing it. And here is an aspect of this of which we're just diving in as to what our feature capabilities are. When it comes to reaching out to donors, how about putting a message into the SMS texting, the client broadcasting capability within Charity Tracker? Now you can run a report on the donors that you have, put in a message to that particular donor, and be able to send that to them through a text. That's all within Charity Tracker. You know, Mike, it's a capability that we have. We don't talk about it. We're not trying to brag or anything, but we have what it is that you're looking for, and we want to share that information with you.
Man, that's fantastic, Joey. It's nice to know that you can keep track of donors and volunteers. And I like the fact that Charity Tracker can keep track of volunteer hours. So you can put your volunteers in there and you can put their hours in there, and then Charity Tracker will keep track of all of that. And then you get a report on it, and you can send it to your funders to, apply for grants or whatever, and you can send it to them, and they'll most likely will give you more grants if you can do it. You can get more money and out of people if you can gather the reports to show them that and prove to them that you're making a difference in your community. So why not? It gives you the edge on funding, and you'll increase your donors, and you'll won't experience donor fatigue.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Fatigue is where many of the funders out there, they go through this process every year to make grants and all that. And they're so tired of getting grants that are not, they're below what they're looking for. And here's your opportunity to raise that bar up to get those grants that you're looking for. And you can do it all in Charity Tracker.
You know, we get this a lot of times from an agency that is talking with us. They're like, well, our donors are looking for this kind of information. How can we get this kind of information? We're doing a lot of work here. There's a tremendous amount of transformation. There is people that we're no longer working with here. And the reason why is because we got them out of the line. We got them into a place of safety, security, and self-sustainability. That's success. There are donors that are willing to reward that. Show me the transformation. I'll show you the money. It's as simple as that. And these agencies are finding this out. Keeping track of this information, that's easier said than done many times. So from the client perhaps that you're working with and the focus in on building that merit and accountability to the donor, you can very easily track the progress, be able to report that progress, be able to send this information to the donor. And now you're rewarded with the donor dollars that people are talking about that they're seeking out. But the donors, hey, they're very savvy nowadays, I think. This allocation of resources and funding that at one time was just kind of like, well, if you say you're doing great, that's fantastic. We'll trust you. Now they want to see the data. They want to see the specifics that you're talking about. Demographics, break it into demographics. Are you working with a lot of senior citizens? Is it children that you're working with, families? Is it a particular, gender? Who is it that we're donating our funds to? Break it down. Share with me as to who it is that I'm donating money to for. And it is in Charity Tracker that you can provide all those results. It is the donors that are providing the funding many times, the state governments and the federal governments and that funding, a lot of that's drying up. Even from a local accountability perspective, there's city governments that's willing to invest in local agencies, communities, counties that are willing to invest in their community agencies. But again, they're looking for data. It's all about the data, Mike. And here we are. Data-driven decisions are very much a part of our day-to-day activities and our work. And this is what we're hearing from the agencies. This is the feedback we get. Here's the great news. Charity Tracker can help you. Let us help you. How about that? Let us help you. Because we can. And it's something that we're very proud of. And as we get into, working from an agency perspective, many times it's months after we've implemented Charity Tracker and they're doing well. They're tracking their clients and everything. And they're like, reaching back out to me. It's like, hey, Joey, we're really happy with Charity Tracker, really excited about, the work that's going on. Is there any way that we could keep track of donors? This is part of the admin tab, Mike, when we get into how that we're able to do this. And you can pretty much differentiate from a category perspective as to the specifics there, the donors that you're wanting to track, the volunteers that you're wanting to track, and put this into a specific category. But all this is reportable. So as you're keeping track of the clients that you're working with, you can also keep track of the donors and the volunteers. Now we're one-stop shop, if you will, here at Charity Tracker and working from all different types of components. But again, the main focus is on data and making it customizable, specific to your goals there within your agency. Proud of that. Hey, we've got a lot of different things that we're working on here at Charity Tracker and Oasis Insight as a part of Simon Solutions, continuing to develop. We're very excited about a lot of the things that we're rolling out here, the capability from a client scheduling perspective here to bring that into a calendar, a client being able to schedule. Yes, indeed. That is coming here very soon. We're very excited about this. We've been talking about this for a few months now. It is coming to fruition. Just, if you will, empowering the client there at their end to be able to work with you from your agency perspective in accordance with your schedule. Mike, time is of the essence many times. A lot of agencies, that time and that scheduling is so important to keep everyone on the same page at the same time. So a lot of development going on here at Charity Tracker and Oasis Insight. We're never through. We're working with you because you're never through, right? You've got all kinds of goals and objectives that you have there with your work. And we here at Simon Solutions, we're listening, constantly listening. So those conversations are very important. If there's anything that Mike and I can do, let us know. We're all ears. It's Mike at simonsolutions.com, Mike at simonsolutions.com, Joey at simonsolutions.com. And we would love to hear any kind of feedback regarding how that we can best serve. And for all of us here at Simon Solutions, thank you so much for your work, your very important work there with your people and clients that you're working with and serving. And if we can ever help with anything, we'd be honored. Thank you.